Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the group. Can you please stand and join us in worship? Tries to roll over my road. When sorrow comes to steal joy, when brokenness and pain is all I know, oh, I won't be shaken, oh, I won't be shaken. My feet doesn't stand a chance. Stand Take a second and turn and greet those around you.
So one announcement, and that is next week we're going to meet online. The church here is having a cookout and a barbecue and requested the building during the time that we meet. And that's all part of Lincoln. It's not my favorite, but we'll do it. And then today we. Why you make it through this today? We honor Ariel. Ministry that she's done. As you guys know, we've been super lucky to have her. She likes us. She's done 2 tours of duty. So she knew what she was getting into when she came back. But she served well, and we'll honor her the best way that I know. So Lord, if you would just come and visit with us. I know that she would want your name glorified more than hers. But we are way, way grateful. And so today we want to let her in the right way. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
You are here. Dear Lord, just love this time together. We just worship you as family, Lord. Lord, just to lift up your many names of all you are, Lord. We ask that you just continue to bless this time together. In your name we pray. Amen.
So, today we honor Miss Harriet, and I'll do so the best way I can, and I know that some of you guys will too, unless Lexi dies. We should be all right. So let me do the Act 2, your second tour with me. Y'all remember how sick I was, man. I was in Alaska, and I laid in a bed in a cabin for 3 days until I could get back to Kansas City. And I finally got into a halfway decent hospital, and they said you have an abscess on your liver and it just doesn't look good. Y'all know the story, man. 13% chance of living, and I laid between heaven and hell on a ventilator. I could see in my wife and my family, I could see their despair and how worried they were. I had peace with Jesus. I was, there was a calmness, you know. Then they did the 5-hour surgery. I've got a 9-inch incision in my, here, let me show you, in my back from a thoracotomy. I laid in the hospital for 10 days. And once I came to my senses a little bit, of course I was concerned about my family and all of that, and they were there for me. Doggone it, man, I started thinking about those high school kids and what's going to play out during my recovery, and if they're going to be okay. I started praying for them by name, and I was just saying, God, let me be over them. And then Ariel reached out to me and said, why don't I come back? Dude, you're hurting, man. You need help. When we hung up, I knew our kids would be okay. I knew they'd be saved, man. You were going to be here. Right. And there's a verse, y'all, in Exodus says that but Moses' hands were heavy. And they took a stone and they put it under him and he sat on it. And Aaron and Hur stood his hands up. One on one side, the other on the other. And his hands were steady to the going down of the sun. Context, when Moses lifted his hands up, the children of Israel prevailed in battle. When he got tired and put his hands down, the enemy prevailed. And it was like when I talked to Ariel that there was like something solid underneath. And I knew that my family had one hand. And as far as ministry was concerned, you got it. And I'm telling you, from that point until this, I've been way, way grateful for the sacrifice that you made to be a part of this ministry. You have loved well. You have served well. And you've done it out of the kindness of your stinking heart. And many of us, if not all of us in this room, are grateful for that very thing. I just made fun of Lexi, almost died. I almost died. There's a passage of scripture I want to read to you. Then I'll make a couple of editorial remarks, and then there's some people in this room that want to honor you. In Philippians it says that I thank my God upon every remembrance of you. For some reason, when Paul went to different places, he was like, God, y'all, I love you, man, and I thank you for you. Always in every prayer of mine making requests for you with joy. For your fellowship in the gospel from the first day until now, being confident in this very thing, he who has begun a good work in you will complete it until the day of Jesus Christ. That's how we want to sing you out. We want to thank you for the way that you have ministered to us. But doggone it, we want you to stand strong in who Jesus Christ is. Now I want to thank you for a couple of things. We could go on and on, and the good thing is I've shared a lot of these things with you privately. Now I say it. We are indebted to you for introducing us to Barnabas. That is a ministry that works with mentally handicapped, physically handicapped kids that don't have a prayer in life. And you were an example on how to love the least of these. And those of you that have been to Barnabas, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can feel those little hands on you when you drive home. You go down there and serve. It's unbelievable. You introduced that to us, I think. There is not a time that we have talked about high school kids that you have not called them my kids, my girls. And it has touched my heart every single time. And I have said to you how much I appreciate it. And how you created always an environment for our high school students to know God. You would call me giddy. Oh, Cam, this is going to be so great. Even if I thought it was going to bomb. It's awesome. Right? I'm in. I'll do it. But the environment that he always wanted to create was to take a kid from where they were to where God wanted them to be. And you were so passionate about it. You modeled godliness and virtue in front of our girls, in front of our boys, man. You gave those high school kids and me, you infused us with the Word of God. It was like paramount to you. It was so good. You affected me and my family in a profound way. And I thank you for the way that you served our church. I also, and don't forget it, because I want you to serve also. I want to ask you to marry the boy. I want you to find a place in this. It's what God would want. You've been a godly example. And I thank you for it. Thessalonians, Paul writes, we give thanks to God always for you, making mention of you in our prayers, remembering without ceasing your work of faith, labor of love, patience of hope in our Lord Jesus Christ, and in the sight of God our Father. Thank you. You've exhibited the attributes of God. That's the highest compliment I can take. 3 John 4 says, I have no greater joy than to hear that my children walk in faith. And I have no greater joy than to watch somebody like it's like family walk in the love of God. I'm way proud of you. I way love you. And as we send you out from here, around this room, talk where your biggest fans. We are here in Kansas City cheering you on, man. If you get discouraged, you decide to leave him, you come right back to us. In all seriousness, man, we're pulling for you big time. Okay? I love you. And
watching you love on our kids is this blessing of my life. Like, what really, anybody knows for teenagers, like, we need all the help we can get raising teenagers. like, if you can't laugh hard, like they're just not gonna trust you, you know, like, right? Like, if you can laugh super hard, like you belly laugh, then they can like spill their heart to you, and they did. They have story after story after story about Ariel, you know, like they'll carry with them forever, but you cried with them, you sang with them, you took them to trips, camps, and challenged them spiritually. But most of all, you taught them about Jesus. You formed a bond with our boys, like each one of them, they're all different, and you formed a bond with them, but you formed the biggest bond with Sarah. And I just think, no matter how far apart you are, that will never break. Having a godly woman alongside your daughter is what every parent prays for, and you were the answer to our prayers. So, thank you from the bottom of our heart. But in addition, you not only loved our kids, you moved in with my family. You lived with my parents for a little bit. I don't even know, a year, a few months. Yeah. You got to see how amazing they are. And my mom to this day will say they're like the easiest house guests they've ever had. And they're at a walk. Sorry, Trisha. You went through like hard stuff. When, you know, my dad passed away, and I can't, like, you were there every moment, and it just gave us so much comfort that you were there. And you love on us like none other. I mean, you're just a constant encouragement and the support. You would clean something or just pick up something. I mean, like, and quietly, just didn't. I can't even explain to you how grateful we are at that time. And now you live with my mom again. She's gonna lose it when you leave, but you continue to be just this love and support to her. Your tender heart, I don't know if you can find somebody with your heart that she's got. You became family to us, and you always will be. You're just a part of who we are. You have the biggest servant heart of anyone I know. You couldn't be more excited that you're going to be Mrs. Ryan, though. You bring her, but we're going to miss you like crazy. But always come back and see us, and don't forget about Kansas. But we love you.
All right, so I'm going to show you a little gig right now that there are people, Ariel, that want to express how they feel about you, right? So you all get your Kleenex out, man, because here we go.
Hi Ariel, I just wanted to come on here and say how thankful I am for you. I've grown so much as a person and with my relationship with Jesus because of you. And I just want to thank you again for that, because it is such a blessing to have you in my life. One of my favorite memories with you was when we were at my first year of camp outside of Jason's Deli, eating ice cream on the curb, just having such an honest conversation. And it was a part of my life that I will always remember, and it helped me see that I was supposed to be there at that moment, and it helped me grow and see my relationship with Jesus. And I want to thank you so much for that. And I want to know that I will miss you so much. And I hope you know that I will still be sending you game pitching games. So I love you. Have a great time in North Carolina, and I wish the best for you and Ryan. Love you.
Hey Ariel, it's your favorite Reed. Maybe besides Sarah and Angie, but yeah. I am so thankful to have had you as our youth leader throughout the years growing up. You know, you made it so much fun. And I think you know our favorite memory. I don't know if I should say it. I don't know who's watching this or who's going to watch it, but I would just say the senior trip and Kirsten. That's all I'm gonna say. And you know what I'm talking about. But besides that, I love you so much, and I'm gonna miss you. So, God bless.
Hi Ariel, thank you so much for all that you have done for us here at the Creek. One of my favorite memories is when we went on our senior retreat and we went on that short hike. I just want to wish you the very best in your future endeavors.
Hi Ariel, I so hope you're well. I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for loving on me so well, and I just always felt very seen and loved in your company, so thank you so much. My favorite memory with you is the senior trip to Branson. Whoop whoop. That was so fun. And I just wish you the very best on your next season of life. I'll be praying for you, thinking of you, and I hope that it's everything you wish for and more. Mwah.
Ariel, it's Griffin. Wishing you a farewell. I'm gonna miss you like crazy. Thank you for all the memories and what you've done to our youth group, and how you impacted all of our lives in so many ways I can't even explain. Those memories of me being the passenger person, jamming to some JT, jamming to some Zach Brown. I mean, come on. Everyone loved it in the car, except maybe no one did, but it was a blast. Also driving 100 miles per hour to Camp Barnabas, which that did happen. Let's put that down. But thank you just for everything you've done for me, my family, this youth. We'll miss you like crazy. I wish you the best of luck. Love you.
Hi Ariel, I'm gonna miss you so much, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for all you did for me in high school and for being someone I could look up to and that would continuously push me closer to the Lord. I'm so grateful I got to meet you, and I know we will keep in touch because I always have questions for you, and I can't wait to hear about your next journey.
future Mrs. Bowringer! I'm so excited for this next chapter of your life, and you're gonna do amazing, because whatever you set your heart and your mind to, you always do so amazing at. I mean, just look at what you've done with the church and how you started Camp Barnabas and how much it has just blown away and just like kind of taken off from there, and like how much so many people have gotten those amazing experiences and have those experiences with God with just from that camp alone. But not just from Camp Barnabas, but also from our church camps and youth groups. You've made such an impact on so many people, including myself. And it's just been amazing to see you flourish, but also our like relationships with God flourish because of it. And when I look back on it, I'm so grateful for our little coffee dates. I'm so grateful for our times at Camp Barnabas, camps, and everything. It's been so much fun, and I'm so excited for this next chapter in your life. I know it's gonna be amazing, Mrs. Future Bowringer. I love you. Ariel, I love you so much. I'm so pumped for you. A lot of prayers have been answered, and it's so amazing to watch. I'm super thankful to have had you in my life these few years as a friend and a mentor, and I'm so thankful that I just have been able to learn from you and seek advice from you. And even now, still, I am just so pumped to see what the future holds for you, and I wish you the best. Love you.
Hi Ariel, I'm so thankful that you came into my life and taught me all the things that you did. Can't imagine my high school experience without you, truly. And I can't wait for the next adventure in your life and to hopefully see you soon here in paradise.
Ariel, I could honestly talk about you for hours on end if I could, but I'm gonna make this short because if I do that, I'll probably start crying, and we don't want that. But I just wanted to say that I'm really excited for you. I'm really proud of you, and I cannot thank you enough for what you've done for me and my family and this church. We just thank you so much, and we love you so much. And yeah, I'm just really excited for you. I love you. We all love you. And I miss you already, and I'll see you soon.
Hi Ariel, I wanted to thank you for being such a wonderful friend and helping me through some of the toughest times and being a good friend and youth leader. I really wish you weren't going. It makes me sad to know that, I'm not going to be able to see you as often anymore, but I know that you're going to be really happy with Ryan, and I know that this is what God wants you to do. He's got this plan for you, and it's amazing. I want you to be able to have the best life with him, and I hope that we can stay connected.
Hi Ariel! I'm at a retreat center, so sorry if you can hear the bugs, but I'm just really grateful for the timing that you came into my life, that I felt like Jesus brought you into my life at a good time. You were there for me when I really needed someone. And I think my favorite memory ever, and I think you know what it is when we put the same pair of pants on. Now both of us got in a pair of pants together. So I will forever remember that memory because it was so just like fun and free. And I always love that about you, that you're just like weird and fun and like just free. And I felt like you really walked life with me at a time that was really hard. So I appreciate that. Love you a ton. I'm sad that you're moving.
Hi Ariel, I just wanted to thank you so much for working at getting to know me, even when I told you that my favorite color was a personal question. Thank you for being my friend as well as being my youth leader. I'm so grateful to have known you and to be able to call you my friend. My favorite memory is when you and I went out walking and we talked, and you really helped me through what's probably the darkest time in my life. And it was really a turning point for me talking with you. Thank you so much. And I wish you weren't leaving, but I'm so happy to know that you have found Ryan and you're getting married, and I just wish you the best, and I hope we can stay in touch.
Hey Ariel, I'm so stinking proud of you. I love you, and man, I think we can all agree on how awesome God's faithfulness is. I think that He's answered a prayer that we've all, we've all prayed. So, and it's awesome to see. I can tell just, man, how much you love Him. Honestly, it's really cool to see just how excited and enthusiastic and passionate you are about Him. It's really awesome. I'm gonna miss you like crazy, but it's gonna be tough, not having you around, but I'm hoping that I'll see you more than I probably actually will, but you've been a huge part of my life. You've honestly instilled some things into me that I just am very thankful for. You've been a blessing, not just to me, but to my entire family. I can't thank you enough, and I can't thank God enough that He put you in my life. It's just, it's been a crazy ride over the last few years, and I'm gonna miss you. But I'm happy for you. I'm excited for you, and I'm so proud just how faithful you remain to Him as well. God's got your back, and He'll take care of you no matter where you are. And you know that. But I'm so pumped. I can't wait just to see the rest of your journey. Probably shouldn't be doing this outside. Hopefully you can hear me. Gosh dang it. But anyways, I love you, Ariel, and I'm so thankful. Also, I will say it. From my perspective, I was with Chad and Kyle, and we did hit 110, and you were behind us, and you were keeping up. So I don't know what that says. I don't know what the exact number on that would be, but we definitely did not lose you. I think that we can all admit that now, since you'll be leaving. But anyways, yeah. Also, I think I've started to master, I shouldn't say that, but I've gotten a lot better with controlling my hands. But now it's my feet, especially like at my new job. Like I'll be kicking paint cans and stuff, and I don't spill that much, but like, it's just, that's some worry. Anyways, I love you, Ariel, and I'm gonna miss you like crazy. And I definitely hope I can come visit at some point, and vice versa. So, yeah, I love you.
Hello everyone, I just want to reach out and introduce myself. I'm Ryan, and I'm the lucky man who gets to marry Ariel in just a short amount of time here. And I just want to reach out and say thank you to all of you. Thank you for the wonderful memories that she's created. Thank you for all the time spent with great mentorship and leadership. Thank you for giving her the youth program and the ability to spend so much time with those kids and just growing and building relationships with the Lord. He has just blessed Ariel and I with the sweetest relationship. And it's shown by the amount of support that we have, by the amount of love and care that is shown week in and week out. So thank you very much. And to Ariel, enjoy this time. Allow it to be so sweet. And I can't wait to marry you and be with you forever. I love you.
So that's the boy. You guys know what it looks like now. Tony, did you film yours outside? Sure. Helicopter. Want to come on up? So, there's a couple of things we want to give. Oh, do you want to talk?
Oh, no.
No. Hey, man. Come on. Do it.
I don't know if I can. I'm just holding on to it.
Sure.
No, I got it. I'll talk.
All right.
Oh, guys, this is just crazy. These last few months, ever since Ryan and I got engaged, like life changes obviously, and he's not moving here, the military would say no to that. But I've been very reflective of like just this season and the last few years here. I came out here in 2014, so I really graduated college, and I learned how to be an adult here. So I was looking at my life for the last few years, just like from a big picture, and it's just crazy to see bird's eye view of what God's done from start to finish. And I remember in college, someone speaking and said, okay, well, is your faith in a place where you will say yes to God, no matter where it is, no matter when it is, and no matter whatever it is? Like, are we in a place where with our faith where we're to say yes to whatever, whenever, wherever? And I was like, that's a really big question. And like we'll say yes, and we think like that's a really good feeling to say yes. Oh yeah, I say yes to God, and I think it's a romantic kind of feeling, but sometimes when God's like, okay, well, what about this? And you just go, Okay, I said yes to all of that except for this one thing. So I remember hearing that in college, and then when I got the call to say, why don't you come out to this place in Kansas? It's like your hometown, but a little bit cooler, a little bit more humid. Lake for Kansas. I said, okay, I'll give it a couple months, thinking, I was coming out of this really painful time of life, and so I thought, you know what, let's just go 3 months, escape. Thinking I was coming out here to serve you guys, thinking I was coming out here to get away from my hurt and go somewhere new with new people and a new chance to dig into who God is more. And while I thought this was about you guys, I didn't realize that God was going to be flipping my heart inside out the whole time. I've been thinking about all the things that we've learned sitting in this room and sitting in the, we've had 3 locations since I got here, and so all the different places we've learned different stuff. I've learned about loving the Word of God and soaking in what He has to communicate to us, digging into God's Word with Him, and that's our relationship, our communication with Him. We've talked about living just generously, and I've watched so many of you guys live generously. And not out of your excess, but like out of your time and the, just that heart you have to serve, to give God, other people things and God things. I thought I was coming out here to serve y'all, but I think you guys just have served me. You've allowed me to grow up here. You've allowed me to love on you guys. You've allowed me to grow in my faith. Graciously, I have made so many mistakes. Just as a human, you guys haven't seen it. You just love me through it all, and I just want to say thank you. You guys, it's been a wild ride. It's been so much fun, and you guys have challenged me. Your faith has challenged me, has encouraged me back. Talking about God with all you guys. I thought I was teaching you guys, but I don't think it was that way. I think it was the other way around. Cam, I love you. Thank you for leading me and teaching me. Oof, I'm not ready to go, but I'm going to miss all you guys. I just want to say thank you. That's all I have to say.
So we want to give you a couple of things. One is get the shirt off the wall. So there'll be a hole in the wall, but we'll be thinking about you.
Since I want a picture, put up there.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. You can. Just a picture of you. All right. And it is. Is it Brett? I had Brett take out all the pins. You missed one, Brett. Should have run that. We want to give you what is a bond is the vivid story that is in this book that you have faithfully and small token of the way that you've taken the redemptive story and infused it into our lives. We want you there. All right? We love you. Okay. Let's pray together. Lord, this morning we're grateful for the redemptive story. We know Ariel because of the blood of Jesus Christ. Period. And we thank you for her. And we ask for you to put your hand upon her, use her, be with her and Ryan, help them to do incredible things together with the kingdom of God. Most importantly is that they would honor you and glorify you with their lives. Continue to mold them Word of God into the vessels that you are. And thank you for Eric. We are grateful. We will miss her. We will talk about her. The memories will be good. And when we mention her name, it'll be a good thing. So thank you for her. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Just stand right there. Y'all, I'm going to have Ariel stand there, and you can say goodbye, give her money, do whatever you want to do. Thank you. All right, y'all,